And so to start off, before we just dig into the game itself, Sedacious, what percentage of chance do you give the Boston Celtics to go back to back?
Zero.
Zero?
Zero.
That's tough, bro. Zero is crazy.
Zero.
I was gonna give them a 40 ball, 40%. Zero. Why zero, bro? Why zero? Shout out to zero too. Mo City Don. H time stand up.
Simply because I subscribe to the fact that they had the easiest path to the finals, and I subscribe to the fact that once you are the champion, you are the big man to take off. And it's almost like being a Cowboy fan, but you only got to do it after your team wins the championship, right? Because Cowboy fans have to endure just people just coming at us for no reason, right?
Mhm.
How this relates to the NBA champion is like going into that next year, get ready. Like it's always the same for us Cowboy fans, hate to say, but that's what happened in Denver. Um, happens to a lot of great teams. That's what happened to the '05 Pistons. I mean, and it goes on and on and on. It's that's very hard to do. That's extremely hard to do. The fact that Jordan had done it back to back, times, like 3 times this way and 3 times that way, that's Michael Jordan. The fact that Kobe got a three-peat and then he got a back-to-back, that's Kobe Bryant. The fact that LeBron got two back-to-backs, I mean, he got two back-to-backs? I think he do.
Who you
No,
said?
no. LeBron only got one back-to-back. He only got one back-to-back with Miami. I want to say 11 and 12 or 12 and 13. I don't know. But anyway, right, these are elite players. This is no. You mean to tell me that the Denver Nuggets can't make moves around Nikola Jokic and Aaron Gordon and so on to be better? The Milwaukee Bucks can't go out there to be better. There's a lot of teams. The Indiana Pacers, like if I just stay with the East, the Sixers, right?
So
And,
if you would allow me to go down this list real quick. So starting 99 2000, starting right there. Um After Jordan retired, well, that would be going by that, but Jordan retires, wins his sixth championship. Jordan retires 98. That following season, 98, 99, the Spurs win the championship. So then you got 99, 2000. That's when the Lakers went on their three-peat. So that would be one team going back to back, going at minimum back to back. Then you got Spurs, Pistons, Spurs, Heat, Spurs, Boston. Then the Lakers go back to back 09, 010. So that's two teams.
if
Then
he would have got that G when I was in high school in '08 for the three-peat, man, I was so mad Boston beat us, bro. Andrew Bynum was
yeah.
hurt, bro. I was so angry. I was graduating that year. I needed Kobe to win that championship, but we got their ass in 10, though. We got their ass in 10.
So
Dwight
since
Howard.
2000, you've only had four teams go at least back to back. The Lakers, the Miami Heat, the Golden State Warriors, and hold on, I'm sorry, guys.
And you want to know why
Well,
Golden
yeah,
State went
the
back to back?
Lakers twice. The Lakers went back to back and went at least back to back twice. Then Miami Heat, Braun, the big three, and then the Kevin Durant Warriors.
You took it away from me. I said you want to know why they went back to back because this nigga loses to the team that wins the championship and was like, I'm gonna join them. Of course, y'all going back to back. It's starting to feel like it's more along the lines of a storyline than who was the dogs that really went out dog the other dogs to really become the champion. It don't feel like that no more. When Sacramento would go up against LA before the finals, It was like, oh yeah, whoever got it, bro. Sacramento and LA would trade body blows. They did a three-peat. They went on a three-peat. All three times, Sacramento gave them what for. Doug Christie, Bobby Jackson, and them boys, Stoudemire, bro, like, no, Stojakovic, Peja Stojakovic.
Asia. So you basically just feel like they had an easy road and they didn't really show any sort of dominance that should put us in fear of them like repeating.
No, not at all. I mean, because I'm sorry. No, because Giannis Antetokounmpo was healthy. Damian Lillard and them find that chemistry. That's why I feel like it's at. I feel like
you got Joel Embiid if he stays healthy. Well, I don't know
exactly.
because I don't believe in that the full body of that team with Joel having to do so much to produce for that team. But
Yeah, I don't know the situation in Philly. I just pray for it because I don't know what they're gonna do. Joel Embiid is skillful, but how long do we go that route? How long do we want to build a team this way? And before we see it's not successful, it's my thing. I like Joel as the focal point. I do, but if it doesn't produce winning, what are we trying to do now? So in Philly, I just kind of let that be. James Harden's there, Tyrese Maxey. Hopefully it kind of comes together over there. But for me, the Kings of the East for me is the Milwaukee Bucks. So I'm like, I just don't. And what's crazy is, I don't know if I should say this now or save it for later. I don't care. I'm gonna say it now. Like, Jason Tatum played a good game. Jaylen Brown played a better one. And I'm saying that to say this. If Jason Tatum would have won Finals MVP, all of the same faith I would have had in Kobe when I first was watching Kobe would have went into Jason Tatum. Pause. But since that did not happen, I'm still sitting on the back of the bandwagon. I'm all the way in the back. I'm actually in the extended cab back there, waiting for me to see the Kobe-esqueness. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong, you extremely skillful player. Extremely skillful player. But you look like it just not you look like. It looks like you are an auxiliary to Jaylen Brown. Which ain't a bad thing. But to the Kobe hardcore guys out here, you can't go uttering being like that. And then we look at you on TV, bro, because we're going to be like, bro, like, was you playing? You know what I'm saying? Was you joking? Like, was you just trying to, like, because you had the spotlight, you just felt like I get to do this because I'm in the NBA and I get to say this and, hey, that's cool. But understand that this, like how Beyonce has the Beehive and Nicki Minaj has the Barbs.
yo,
Like,
so
Kobe got those fans that's like, yo,
here's
watch your
where.
mouth.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Finish up. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. I digress.
Okay, so before we go into the Finals MVP conversation, I would give the Celtics a 40% chance to go back to back. I know that pisses you off.
No. You good. I'm just thinking to myself.
But
there was one question I was supposed to answer, and I answered a whole nother question.
No, it's all good. Yeah. So the reason I'll give them a 40% chance is because beyond the nucleus of that team, you could argue the entire team is coming back next year. And I think that's half the battle of going into a 82 game long season, trying to develop chemistry, and so on and so forth, right? So Jason Tatum got 2 years left. We know Brown just signed a contract extension this past season, so he's on for 5 years. They extended Drew this year, so he's on for 4 years. Porzingis for 2 years, Peyton Pritchard for 4 years, Derek White for 1 year, Al Horford for 1 year, right? Maybe you could argue that Derek White goes somewhere with 1 year. I don't know if he's a restricted free agent, if he's going to like shop around this summer to see if he can get a better deal. But Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Drew Holiday, Kristaps, Peyton Pritchard, Derek White, and Al Horford, all those guys coming back. Like,
but can they now go to the market again and demand more money, being newly champions?
Al Horford, no. Uh, Al Horford about to retire soon.
Right,
Al
right.
Al Horford, no. Derek White, yes. Peyton Pritchard, he's coming off the bench, and it's not like he was really getting a lot of minutes. So I think he's gonna stay put with his situation being in Boston, right? Uh, Kristaps Porzingis, he's on for 2 years, and he's had it. And he had a ailing injury this NBA Finals, and hell, forget the finals. He had an ailing injury the entire playoff stretch, right? He missed 2 playoff series, I believe, right?
Yeah.
Um, so like you're not fit to go nowhere when they see you banged up and injured, right? Um, and obviously Jason Tatum, he's probably going to trump the money that Jaylen Brown is making. So you got to give them a 40% chance at minimum because their core is coming back. Their core is returning. Joe Mazzulla is obviously, still going to be coaching the team. And what most teams have to like, where most teams are going to be on the back burner of who's going to be our coach, Lakers. What new acquisitions are we going to be able to make in the off season if we need them? Warriors, and you name many more
Bucks,
teams, Bucks, Clippers,
Philly.
like
Yeah.
the list goes on in terms of like
Yeah.
what acquisitions we may need, right? The Boston Celtics have all that figured out. We know who we're coming back. We know who our coach is going to be. We are the champions. The only thing left to do now is continue to stay injury free or get Porzingis healthy and keep developing our chemistry. And hey, if we get lucky again and like the road is paid for us because other guys deal with injuries, like I think you got to at minimum, and even if I'm gonna say a 40% chance because like to get through the gauntlet, like we see since 2000, there's only been there's been 4 teams to be able to do it, to three-peat. I mean, to at least go back to back since the year 2000. And so, like, obviously, that's not easy to do. You think about Jason Tatum, getting ready to go to the Olympics. He's been in finals after finals after finals, and now he's getting ready to go to the Olympics. So, like, does that put wear and tear on his body? Don't want to project any, future injuries. But if that were to be the case or something like that, people will point to, oh, he's been playing so much basketball over the past couple of years. He's so tired. His body's banged up. He's getting worn down. So give them at least a 40% chance because they already have a head start on guys. Shoot, I'm thinking about Denver. You think about Denver, like, do Denver need to go get some new pieces? You know what I'm saying, and try to restructure what they got. You know what I'm saying? Or are they content? Does the Timberwolves need to make some moves and make some adjustments? So I think, and also too, right, dog. A lot of times you see teams get championships, and so many guys are like on their contract gear or they are high off their championship. They're like, we got this championship. All right, I'm supposed to go somewhere else and get my money. These guys are stationary. You know what I'm saying? Like Drew if you just want to fight to say what's the core, Drew gonna be there. Tatum, Brown gonna be there. Let Porzingis get healthy. He gonna be there. Would not at all diminish the value and impact that Derek White brings. But if he decides to go, you're not that stressed out. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, give him a 40% chance. Give him a 40% chance to at least go back to back, despite only 4 teams having been done it since the year 2000. You went
That's
over.
crazy. I didn't look at it as like percent because you did say what percentage, but I looked at it like if they going or if they not going. So that's why I was just like, oh, 0 off the rip. So I mean, chance, as far as chance go,
Yeah.
if I had to take a stab in the dark on chance, yeah, I'll say around 40%. I'll say around, if not 35.
Yeah.